I was packed properly, let someone know the general area I'd be in, and then disappear into the woods for a few days. It felt normal to me. That trip was in Cherokee National Forest. I had been there once before, so it wasn't unfamiliar. What I liked about it was how easy it was to get away from people. You could start on a marked trail, but if you kept going far enough, the trail would thin out, and eventually you'd be moving through areas where there was no sign anyone had passed through recently. That was the goal. The first day went exactly how I expected. Clear weather, steady pace, nothing out of place. I passed one couple early in the morning and didn't see anyone else after that. By the time I set out for the night, it already felt like I had the entire place to myself. The second day was when things started to feel slightly off, but not in a way that made me stop. The trail was barely visible at that point, which was intentional, but I started noticing areas where the ground looked disturbed. Not footprints exactly, just patches where the leaves had been moved around in a way that didn't follow any direction. I remember crouching down and brushing some aside, expecting to see a clear print or something underneath, but there was nothing. Just more dirt and leaves. I didn't think much of it. Later, I came across a strip of fabric caught on a low branch. It was faded blue, frayed along the edges, like it had torn off something. It didn't look old enough to have been there for years, but there was no other sign of anyone around. I left it and kept going. At some point in the afternoon, the weather shifted faster than I expected. The temperature dropped, the wind picked up, and within minutes the sky went dark enough that I knew I didn't have much time. The rain didn't start gradually. It came down all at once. Within a few minutes, I was completely soaked. The section I was in didn't have much cover. Just enough space between the trees for the wind to push straight through. Lightning was hitting somewhere close enough that I could feel it more than hear it. I started looking for shelter immediately. I moved off what was left of the trail, scanning through the trees, not really thinking about direction anymore. I just needed something solid. That's when I saw the cabin. It wasn't obvious at first. Just a shape through the trees, darker than everything around it. But as I got closer, it was clearly man-made. Small, one-story, old wood, partially hidden. I went straight to it and pushed the door open. Inside was dry. That was all I cared about at first. There wasn't much in there. A table, a chair, and what looked like an old cot frame pushed against the wall. A stone fireplace filled with ash sat off to one side. Empty, but not dirty enough to have been sitting there for long. That's when something started to feel off. I stood up and walked around the cabin. That's when I saw the scratches on the wall near the door. At first, I thought they were clustered in the same area, layered over each other, some shallow, some deep. I turned toward the door and looked at the handle. Simple latch. But when I opened it slightly and looked at the frame, I saw a metal bracket on the outside. For a lock. There was nothing on the inside. I stood there for a second, just staring at it. Then I walked over to the window. It was intact, which surprised